Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I am going to be talking about another very sad and unfortunate situation where a Chicago mom was shot dead in the same spot where her teen son was killed just days earlier. So we're going to be going over that. That story is just another in a long line of very serious incidents that have happened in recent days and weeks. Again, it's a Chicago mom who was shot dead in the same spot where her teen son was killed just days earlier. So we're going to go over this. This is the mom right here, an image of the mom there. She was young. She was very young. It says a mother of 6 was gunned down in Chicago in the exact same spot where her 14-year-old son was shot dead just 3 days earlier. Delina Tucker, 31, was fatally shot in the chest Wednesday morning while visiting a memorial set up for her son, Kevin Tinker, near their home in the city's Roslyn neighborhood. Tucker had been lighting candles for her slain son after he was killed in a shooting on Sunday evening, family told the Chicago Sun. Police haven't confirmed if the two shootings are connected, and no one has been arrested. Cops said they discovered Tucker's body lying on the sidewalk after responding to a shot spotter alert just before 12:30 a.m. Wednesday. She was rushed to Roslyn Hospital where she was pronounced dead. Authorities said that they haven't found anyone along the street who witnessed the shooting. Her son was pronounced dead at the scene 3 days prior after he was struck multiple times by gunfire. At the time Kevin was gunned down, he was standing outside a home that had been targeted earlier in the day. Police won't say if the suspect that Kevin was also targeted. If they suspect that Kevin was also targeted. Family have described the teen as a quiet boy and said he wasn't involved in any gang-related activity, according to a GoFundMe page. The neighborhood where the mother and son were killed has had at least 26 fatal shootings this year alone. So these kinds of tragedies continue to happen. They continue to happen, and there's a number of reasons why these things are happening, and we can only speculate as to why they are happening. Seeing that this is something that took place in Chicago, I'm going to throw another loop out there. Someone had said years ago that they wouldn't be surprised if some unknown outsiders could possibly have something to do with these shootings as well. Now, we do know that there is a lot of violence in Chicago, and I do know that a lot of so-called black people are just enraged at one another, killing one another on a daily basis. We do know this. But the kind of country that we live in, it could go either way. If we are realistic, it can go either way. Of course, you always have those who always want to point in one direction when it could possibly be something totally different that has transpired here. Because when you deal with a system that knows how to stack things in their own favor, knows how to maneuver things, how to plant things, how to create evidence and things of that nature, you can't always take things at face value. But see, I'm one of those, I like to be fair. I know for a fact that in the hood, I already know that in the hood, we got our own problems that we deal with our own people. I know that there is some cutthroat so-called black people who would do this kind of thing for whatever reason and have no regards for that person's life. This is why I say Wetico is not just a racial thing. This can be something that anyone can have. Anyone who has an evil nature, okay? But I said all that to say this. Neither do I always believe what the news say about things, especially when there is no clear motive of anything. When there is no clear motive, like it wasn't a domestic violence situation or it wasn't a robbery or it wasn't anything like that, you don't know what direction it can go. You don't know if it's someone in the neighborhood who doesn't belong there, who wants to create this image that these things are constantly happening in Chicago because black people are just doing all of this to themselves. I do know that that possibility is there, but I also know that there is a history in this country. I keep saying that for a reason, for those of you who don't understand reasoning. This country has a history of that type of thing, and y'all know what I'm talking about. There's a history of doing dirty things under the cover of darkness to so-called black people, and saying, "Ooh, we don't know who did what," or pinning it on someone else. No one knows what the situation is. All we know is that there are 2 dead people, a son and his mother, in the same exact spot. And right now we are talking about this because this is yet another incident that has happened in this country that will probably go unsolved. And even if it does go solved, sometimes they put a face where they want it to be. We were just looking at something yesterday where one of them in blue was trying to cover for the other. And so they pinned a particular crime on an old white guy who just happened to be into the bottle drinking, and they felt like his life didn't mean anything. I forget the name of the show we were watching, but in protection of their own, they were willing to pin this incident, this murder, on an old homeless white guy just to get it off of one of their blue partners, if you know what I mean. So to say that things like this don't happen in this country is unrealistic, because they do. Anyway, I am done with this very, very tragic story. In the comment section, remember to keep it tight and keep it right. But until next time. We hope you liked today's topic. Please leave your comments below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, share it like this video, and with that, we're out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.